Just searching for a honeybee. And when she's buzzing, I can't think of nothing but the honey that she's always giving me.
Now then, folks, we are back on the Utopia server once again for the long-awaited, long-anticipated Part 4 of the Fusion Reactor build for Noobs by Noobs. However, today we are joined by Oe.
Hello there.
And I've invited Oe to come and join the server to save me and DooDart. The Fusion Reactor, while it was quite a large grinding project to get everything ready, it just didn't seem to go together right for us. So DooDart will be probably showing some footage of us failing to make the Fusion Reactor work on his channel in the near future.
Yeah, I think so. It might be after this one, it might be before, I don't know yet.
Yeah, well, it'll be another Utopia episode of the failed Fusion Reactor. And I invited Oe over here because Oe has a very, very accurate and good understanding of fusion reactors, and you can see a tutorial on his channel. The link will be in the description, and probably an annotation right about now if I can remember to do so. So Oe has all of the blocks that we've made for the fusion reactor and is about to show us how we should have done it the first time round. As you can see, as you can see, everything's set up ready for you. We got quite far in the setup, but it just didn't work.
Yep, so everything's left over from when you took it down.
Yeah, we pretty much ripped it all out and gave you the blocks. So,
alright, I'm just gonna start setting it up. Hopefully this won't be too high here. And I think we can get away with... I'll need some stuff here.
It's quite tricky getting that circle right, and it's annoyingly slightly off-center in this room. So.
Yeah, like we were saying to Oe a little while ago, DooDart set up this place ready for his nuclear reactors to go in, and we've sort of been adapting to it, and we've been adapting to this central circle all the way through the episode so far. And now the fusion reactor is slightly off-center to it all.
Yeah, because that central circle.
Done a pretty good job.
Yeah, it's been a valiant effort, I think. But if you watch
for a couple of noobs,
video,
for a couple of noobs, we've not done too bad. I think DooDart's managed to get all the resources right, at least. We've managed to craft everything we needed, and the bees have been excellent for finding out everything we needed, from the platinum bees to the redstone bees. Yeah, they've been working overtime. Good old bees.
So just continuing on here, building the base.
The basic layout, is 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, and so on all the way around it. I don't know how we could have possibly got it wrong the first time round, because DooDart had practiced building this circle in cobblestone many times in the prepping up.
Yeah, trying to
you
get it.
You guys had the circle right. There was, when I looked at it, there was just one block. You guys had one advanced machine casing missing in the back.
I think that might have been us mucking about trying frantically to get it to work. It
could have been. And then the other thing was that you had both the deuterium and the tritium coming in the top.
Yeah, that was my idea.
Work.
Yeah.
I know I said on my video that causes it to explode, but I actually went and tested it, and just nothing happens. It doesn't actually make it explode.
Doesn't work. Well,
it just sits there and pretends to do nothing. Well, actually does nothing.
We did get some sort of charge into it at some point, but then it just stopped. It stopped, and we couldn't understand what we had done.
Oh, you mean it didn't charge all the way up?
Yeah, it started charging, and then we were carried on building stuff to it while it was charging, and it just stopped charging after we thought we had replaced the blocks we needed to. You say there's a machine casing block was missing from the first build.
There was. At least in the state that you guys last had it in. So maybe when you originally built it, it was fine, because if it was charging, then everything was in place. But then when you were mucking around with it, I'm going to guess that you ended up forgetting to put the machine casing back.
Messed it up, yeah. I'm going to
Okay,
start...
so now you guys wanted to have your extractors, the material extractors to get the plasma out over here, and then over on this side, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I think the main two are over here where we've put the plasma generators in order to repower the fusion reactor on a constant cycle.
Okay, so you wanted some... That's a material extractor. Those two right there.
Okay.
You guys...
Yep.
Okay.
And those will also go into the pipes that go down. However, we'll probably use some sort of tesseract, liquid tesseracts underneath these pipes. They're more for symmetry and show rather than anything else.
Okay. And then where's the input?
Input from... Oh, that can be just about anywhere.
It can be anywhere because of the tesseracts.
Yeah, we're tesseracting those in from these two. And they're obvious public channels if you want to just put the tesseracts where you need them. Okay. I guess my point then is, can you have any number of energy injectors, material injectors and extractors and all that? You can have any number of them so long as they're in the right parts of the multi-block structure.
In general, yes.
Okay.
Depending on what reaction you're having it do, you're going to need a different number of energy injectors. But you can always have more energy injectors than you need. But when you right-click on the fusion control computer and go into the not enough items bit, it tells you what the starting EU is.
Not enough items. Oh yeah, start 40 million.
Yes.
Yeah.
For the tritium deuterium, that's what you need. You need 40 million. And to get 40 million as an initial storage amount, you need to have at least 4 energy injectors. Because each energy injector stores 10 million EU.
Okay,
so
I see.
That's where the energy actually gets stored. Now, the thing is that energy can be stored in the energy injectors even if the fusion control computer doesn't show that it has any charge. But if the fusion control computer doesn't show that there's any charge, then that means that there's something wrong with the multi-block structure.
Okay. So we've got the nuclear power coming up through four glass fiber cables in through here. And we're also going to have these plasma generators pumping back in when the time comes, and we've also got some hybrid solar panels that we've borrowed from some other people on the server, namely Cento, that's also coming down into the system. So we've got quite a few 512 ticks per tick of power coming into this room. We just need to align the... What are they called? Energy
injectors.
The energy injectors.
Injectors in the right places to line them up, and they're always on these corner pieces where you are now.
Correct. Yeah? They're always on these corner pieces. Here's an energy injector there and there. So we might be able to get away with putting them all on the outside because that's where you guys seem to have the power coming into.
Yeah, I think we want less mess on the inside as possible because we need to be able to fly through it.
Yeah, that's a good plan. Keep it looking nice.
So,
as long as it works, that's the main thing. There.
I'll put 8 on here since you guys have them. And that way, if you ever want to look into the, well, I guess since it's the end of the series, you probably won't. But if you ever wanted to look into the deuterium and helium-3 reaction, you could work on that.
But we'll leave that to you in Season 2 of the Utopia server. This is your speciality subject. I think I will leave you to that. I don't think I'll build another fusion reactor, ever. I might help you out with the processing, though. I quite enjoyed getting the bits and pieces grinding together. Yeah, the bees and the things and the automation of it all to get everything in production. Yes. I don't mind doing all that, but the actual fusion reactor itself, yeah. Now he's put bending machines and all sorts of that in it as well. Yeah.
Oh yes.
It's been quite a grind, hasn't it, DooDart?
It's been horrible. All the crafting.
Yeah. And he keeps changing it.
It's really an end game thing.
And this is definitely the end game. This is the end of the Utopia server as we know it.
Alright, so I'm just getting ready to place. These are the material injectors. I think we could get away with just one on top and one on bottom, but since you guys have them, I'll put 2 on top and 2 on bottom. And that, I think, was your problem before, is that you only had them on top and you were putting tritium and deuterium both into the top. And it turns out that we have to put tritium into the top and deuterium into the bottom, or the other way around. It doesn't really matter. You just have to pick one or the other. Okay.
And you've got some liquid tesseracts to pump them straight in. Yep. And I think I set them up on public channels, so that shouldn't be a problem either.
Okay.
Will the tesseracts pump in fast enough?
That all depends on how quickly you pump stuff into the tesseract. If you've got at least a wooden waterproof pipe...
We've got a liquid duct.
Okay, liquid, right. I would assume that would pump in fast enough. The fusion reactor doesn't use liquid that quickly. So I'm setting these tesseract on receive only.
Yep.
And putting the top ones on the Triceratops.
I like this, Nemsun. We've basically hired in a bloke to come in and sort it out for us.
It's like the fusion reactor engineer has just popped in to make sure things are working properly and installing it all for us.
You guys were quite close. You guys were quite close. I think really your only error was trying to put both types of liquid in on the top.
Maybe that was it. Maybe that's all it was. Potentially, it could have been something that we fluffed up in the construction of it.
We're still yet to try and get power into this one yet, so I'm not going to hold my breath.
Well, now the expert's doing it, we should be getting there.
Should be.
All right.
So, should that now be popping some energy in? We need to connect the energy sources into the corners. We've got one over here, and that is machine inactive. Energy contained is the 10 million in that one.
That means that one's already charged up. I think most of the other ones aren't connected yet, so they're probably all going to be at energy contained 0. Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate that the only meter for showing you how much energy is in there is the fusion reactor control computer itself.
Yeah. And that doesn't really have a very big bar to show you exactly how much there is.
And there are no numbers, and it's actually not registering anything at the moment.
We had exactly the same problem. And our MFSUs were not draining at one point as well, so I couldn't see where it was going.
Well, once the energy injectors have filled up, I'm going to try right here. It might be that we actually do need some energy injectors on the inside.
Okay.
So I'm going to try that. That doesn't seem to have done it.
Oh, DooDart.
Oh, demanded energy. It is.
It's containing energy.
Demanding.
It's contained energy. It said, yep, it's going up. So it was just 2 on the inside it needed.
Yep. Okay, so you do. So that's interesting. You do need at least 2 on the inside, and I'm wondering then.
Even if they're not connected to any energy, they just need to be there for the multi-block.
They just need to be there.
That's cool to know.
Greg.
Oh, Greg, yes. Where does it say that anywhere, eh?
It doesn't.
Where's the Tinker's Construct type manual for it, eh? Oh, sorry. Greg Tech and Tinker's Construct don't get on, do they? So we best not put that in our video.
Yeah.
I'll ignore what I just said, viewers. I don't want Greg making it harder for us on the next series.
Well, he will. That's in his nature.
If username equals Nemsun or username equals DooDart, make Reactor explode.
It'd be meaner to do it to me, because I actually think I know what I'm doing. If it blew up on me, I would be very confused.
You've got all the cables and stuff you need, haven't you?
Yes, I just haven't bothered to look on what needs connecting.
Me and DooDart are just being a bit spare partish around here, are we?
I was trying to get a good view without the lag getting in the way, but it was proving difficulty.
Everything that we've got is charging and charged up, it seems. We seem to be getting there with millions of energy being stored. It's good. Oh, we've got a light on as well.
There we go.
We've got
going.
lights on.
Oh,
DooDart, we've
It's
got
gone-
lights on.
it's gone yellow.
I'm trying not to shout, but I'm really excited. They have actually lit up this time. Look at this.
Oh, you're gonna need some liquiducts over here to get the plasma into the.
Okay.
We don't know that we actually have any yet. We've already got 2 buckets of plasma.
Already 2 buckets of plasma. How can
Already
you?
2 buckets of plasma.
How do you see into
because,
it? Oh yeah, I see.
You just right click on it. So there's
Yep.
2 buckets in this one, 4 now. I'm gonna guess that when this one fills up, you'll start seeing buckets in this one, which means that if you always kept this one empty, you'd never actually even have to pump anything out of this side. But it would be a good idea to pump stuff out from it just in case you ever get any liquid in there.
We'll pop them like that. And a redstone
There's
torch
your
should make them
plasma.
go. Da 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 da.
Hooray,
Wow.
we've got yellow stuff.
And now the plasma generator is filling up nicely with plasma.
And it's gone yellow as well, which means that it's... Well, the plasma generator, when it's yellow, that just means that there's plasma in it. It doesn't actually mean that it's generating power, because if it doesn't need to generate power, it won't.
Right, okay.
So that'll help you save plasma.
And it's already emptied the fusion reactor by the looks of it. They'll come to a
There comes
point.
some more.
Yeah, an equilibrium will be found at some point. So
Well, the fusion reactor will ultimately produce a lot more plasma than those 2 generators can draw. So once they fill up, this liquiduct will fill up, as will the extractors there. So we'll
Cool.
probably want to connect these up. Do you guys have channels set up if I throw some tesseracts on here?
no, there's nothing set up yet because we never had any plasma to send anywhere, so we hadn't set up that far.
We were originally just going to use pipes and no tesseracts to extract.
You want me to throw you guys some tesseracts so you can set that up?
No, you feel free to do it. Just put it on a public channel, and that's away we go. Everyone's seen us set up tesseracts before. They don't need to see us program it in particular. So it's working.
Da-na-na-na.
Da 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 da. Oh, I'm so relieved that we found an expert to come and help us out.
Yeah, because you were fed up with listening to me and me doing it wrong.
I was fed up of screaming at you. Why is not working, DooDart? Why did not work?
And
What
me
have
just
you
going,
done?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know.
I look wiki.
The wiki said this, and I don't know my wiki. This blue bar on the main computer. Is that reading that is the 40 million?
I think that looks like 20 million to me.
Because it should only do the reaction at 40.
So, okay, what happens is you initially have to charge it up to 40 million. And then the instant the reaction starts, that 40 million immediately disappears. And if you aren't at that point putting at least 4096 EU per tick into the fusion reactor, the reaction will stop and you'll just have lost all the power and nothing will happen.
You see, we had it to that same point. And I thought it wasn't full because I thought it needed to fill the whole bar. So we had it at that point.
The whole bar will go up to 160 million. And that is if you have... I think you have to have all the energy injectors in place, all 16 of them, and then they all have to be charged before that bar will be full. But you not... Out of the 4 reactions, none of them need that much power to start up. I think the most expensive reaction to start up is 100 mil.
So we had the power. We just had the tesseracts putting the materials in the wrong place. And so there was no reaction. So it never turned on.
Oh, there we go. We're pumping out.
That's the whole thing that we went wrong. So we went hunting around, ripping the place apart, trying to get more power into it, thinking we were not putting enough power in because the bar got stuck on a quarter of the way. But in actual fact, that was the full amount. And if we'd known about these portable scanners, we'd have probably had a quick tap on it with a portable scanner to find out that it had enough energy in there.
Yep.
Oh, but then I wouldn't have come searching for a tutorial, and I wouldn't have found OE, and we wouldn't now have a Greg Tech expert on the server for the next series.
Silver linings, eh, Nemsun?
Silver linings. Everything ends well, and and now we've got a fusion reactor, and it's working, and it's pumping out a ton of plasma by the looks of it over here. Is that? Yep, a little over 500 per tick now.
Hooray! Guys, we just used
600
the
per
fusion
tick
reactor to fill up 4
Well, you
MFEs.
The
Yay.
MFEs probably can't draw power fast enough for all these plasma generators.
Yeah.
Throw them into the matter fab. Well, actually, you get... No, you guys even have too many plasma generators for a matter fab to suck everything from.
We'll collect all the matter
Oh, I
fabs
see.
from the whole server and do the whole
We're going to be rolling in jelly beans, Nemsun.
jelly beans. Yay! A bit like Mondef. Mondef's got a chest full of jelly beans because he's not been around to use them. He just had it on automatically pumping out jelly beans for ages.
You know, you don't need these transformers to go down to the
DooDart.
to the matter fab. You could have just hooked the plasma generator straight into it. I mean, if you want some storage, I would recommend like an AESU or something, because that can at least put out power a little bit faster.
To be honest, Owie, I'm just glad that we got it to work with your help. Thank you very much.
Of course.
Before the server changes to something new, because 1.4.7 has become old.
That it has.
The Utopia server needs to move on.
I mean, just
So-
look at my frame rate right now. Yes, it needs to move on.
What's your frame rate right now?
It's
I got
terrible.
12. yeah. We got so much going on around here. This server is about to go boom. We're about to change over to a new mini-series before 1.6 Utopia comes out. And Owi's going to join us for that as well, aren't you, Owie?
Mm-hmm.
Why am I spinning? I just did a quick spin. Did you see me then? My mouse just decided to spin me on the spot. Well, I think that's it then, guys. We have finished our fusion reactor for Noobs by Noobs. Part 4, a success.
Yeah.
If you want to see how it's done properly, go to Owi's channel and check it out. If you want to see how we failed the first time round, go to DooDart's channel and check it out. For me, I'm done. That's it, Greg Tech. You beat me. But I have managed to get friends to come and help. And here we are with a working fusion reactor, plasma generators, and yeah, all we're doing really with it is making jelly babies.
Yay, jelly baby.
Yay. So we can... Anyway, folks, that is it from the Utopia server on my channel. Go check out DooDart's channel for another episode. And I think we've got one finale episode where we do a quick server tour and introduce some of the other new guys that we've got going for us and joining us for the next season. And until next week, where we start something all brand new, this is it. Over and out. See you later.
Goodbye.
Bye, guys.
Just searching for a home.